Okay.
Okay, guys, I'm here.
You're live.
Okay, guys, I'm
You're
here.
live.
There he is. Listen, we got you a little welcome back / glad you're not dead gift. Don't say we're doing this before. Oh, that's alive. Yeah, we'll touch it. Wait, oh, you want to see this? Yeah.
Okay, is everybody ready? Call the meeting to order.
5 minutes, we're just going to eat it. Glad you're back, bro. Thanks. Hey, do me a favor, just work the desk for a few days, then once you drop it, I'll find shit up. I tell you, I'm not gonna argue with you about this. We had a plan, we took out all the security cameras in the area, to check the pods, looking at it. Listen, 100 pounds of really nice water.
So if Dennis, if you want to call the meeting to order and everyone can mute their microphones so that only one person is talking at a time. When we do roll call, you'll have to unmute it and answer for your name.
Demo company employees that whoever signed for the materials here. Anyone who
Dennis, your microphone is muted. I mean, yes. Okay, now start. It's muted again. If you can unmute your microphone down in the corner.
Okay, now can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order, and then I would not quite sure of how I can get back to the screen to see who all is here. So one at a time, announce who you are and what your position is.
There we go.
Pat Smith.
Michelle, if you just do the roll
I'll
call.
just do the roll call. Dennis Conley,
Yeah.
Pat Smith,
Yes.
Elaine Penley Sears,
Present.
Philip Wren,
Here.
Patrice Williams,
I'm here, Michelle.
Maya Jackson,
Here.
Brianna Watts,
Here.
Michelle Wright here. Okay. The first thing that we're going to have is what we call a protocol for this Historic Preservation Commission meeting. And we will be reading to open the meeting up this protocol. This open meeting of the Douglasville Historic Preservation Commission is being conducted by teleconference consistent with official code of Georgia annotated section 50-14-1 (G). Due to emergency conditions involving public safety, in order to mitigate the transmission of the coronavirus and reduce risk of COVID-19 illness. That code section, which you can find posted with agenda materials for this meeting, allows meetings to meet by teleconference in the event of emergency, so long as means are afforded for the public to have simultaneous access to the teleconference meeting. For this meeting, we are convening partially by Zoom software, as shown on the city's website, describing how the public may join, which is via YouTube media platform. All of our commissioners and city staff are attending by teleconference, and interested members of the public are attending by live stream via YouTube. For applicants and all our other participants, be advised that this meeting will allow public comment as well. Even if members of the public do not provide comment, participants are advised that people may be listening who do not provide comment, and listeners are not required to identify themselves. Please note that this meeting is being recorded. Commission members and city staff, please remember to mute your phone or computer when you're not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly into your telephone and refrain from shuffling papers, typing loudly, or generating any other background noise to allow for an accurate transcript free of errors to assist with producing accurate minutes. Keep your comments and presentation on a professional level, dealing with facts that are important for this commission to make its decision. We will not accept comments that are considered by the chair to be a personal attack on any individual or group of individuals. You will receive warning from the chair if you deviate from this requirement. A second deviation will result in a request for you to leave the meeting for the evening. Refrain from any applause or comments from the audience. Only one person will speak at a time and all comments will be made to the speaker. Other than the applicant, no person may speak more than once. The applicant may reserve part of his speaking time as a rebuttal. In order to speak, an online speaker sign-in form must be submitted online prior to the start of the meeting. No forms will be accepted after the meeting is convened. Okay, and so the meeting can begin. The first order of business.
Okay, I do believe that we have a quorum here of the members of the Historical Commission. And the first order of business will be the old business, which is the approval of the minutes of February the 11th, 2020. Do I hear a motion that we approve these? Please announce your name and make your statement.
Elaine Penley Sears and I approve the minutes.
Phil Wren, and I second.
All of those in favor, say your name and the word yay.
Phil Wren,
Pat
yay.
Smith.
Elaine Penley Sears, yay.
Chairman Dennis,
Pat,
yay.
Pat Smith, yay.
Okay, that is then a unanimous vote. The minutes will be stand as approved. The next item on the agenda is the new business, which is case number PCOA 20-0002, applicant Melissa Crumley, and the location is downtown Veterans Highway. Certificate of appropriateness for a remodeled storefront, restucco, and rear windows. Is Mrs. Crumley present?
I am present.
Mrs. Crumley, would you like to take the floor now and tell us about what you all are anticipating doing? And prior to that, I do apologize that you have been delayed, but the whole world has been delayed. So we will do everything we can to make sure that you can move forward as quickly as possible. However, we have seen part of what's already been done. So if you would like to, expound upon that would be fine. Go ahead, Melissa.
And I appreciate y'all's patience as well. And I apologize for some of the work already being done in advance. But currently, one of our buildings, it had been a while since it had been updated at 12349 Veterans Memorial. We have replaced the storefront with a new storefront, very similar, but looks a lot better. The old storefront was very outdated and was starting to leak, was a lot of our problem. Our final plans currently are to, for the facade, is to apply a metal lathe to the exterior facade, which is simply just a thin metal wire that attaches to the existing stucco. We will skim that stucco to smooth it out and paint it. The current facade, if you've seen the building or you have seen the pictures of it, it's very rough, has a lot of texture to it. So this is gonna make the surface smooth and put a new coat of paint on it. This will help to preserve the structure and to also make it a lot more presentable. We're gonna do this in the front of the building and the back of the building. There are two windows that are just closed in with wood. We're bringing that flat and also painting the exterior the same color as the front.
Now, those wooden windows are then on the back side?
Yes, sir.
And you plan to keep them wooden or what?
We'll cover them the same with the same texture, and just since they're not really a window, it was boxed in with wood already or closed in with wood.
Okay, I understand. Do I have any comments from members of the historical group?
No,
I have none.
no comments.
No comment.
Do you, well, I have visited the front of this and I think it's looking quite good.
I have to.
And you have also,
Yes,
Phil.
Phil ran, I
Yeah.
have to.
So have I, Elaine. I've passed by. Yes.
And I have two. This is Pat.
Mrs. Crumbly, as long as you continue to meet these requirements of the building inspection department from the city of Douglasville, I see no reason that you should not proceed with your project. We are pleased that you're adding to the restructuring of downtown Douglasville. And I'm like you, I'd like to see that it's done in a nice, presentable fashion, which appears to be what you were doing. My question is, I have one question. What color do you plan to paint the stucco, or is that already the color that you have there?
Currently, the tenant wants it to be a light gray, so nothing too colorful. I promise that.
Okay, well, that's fine. I just didn't know, if it was going to be some whatever. That would meet with our approval. At this time, the chair will entertain a motion to approve the applicant.
Phil,
This is Pat Smith. I make a motion that we approve case number PCOA 200002.
I second. Elaine.
We have a motion and a second, and we will go with our names one at a time, answering yay or nay. Pat, beginning with you.
Pat Smith, yay.
Elaine Sears, yay.
Phil Wren, yay.
Dennis Conley, chairman, yay. So it's a motion fully made by the entire membership. Therefore, the motion is carried. Thank you, Ms. Crumley, for your time and your patience in being delayed.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
It appears that the next item on our agenda is the signage and wayfinding draft historic downtown recommendations, which we have at an earlier meeting seen part of the signage, I think, and this is with further information. I'm not sure if we have this available for all of us to see. I don't recall that being in anything that I had seen in the email. Maybe we do. It's coming up. Yeah, you're handling it over there, Michelle.
Yes, so that's our
Yes.
office. Oh, go ahead, Michelle.
Brianna Watts from our office said she will be presenting this to you, and if you have any questions, she may address them.
Please proceed, Brianna.
Okay, 1 second, I'm sorry. Okay, so good evening, HPC. I did come before you all a few months ago with April McCown just to give you an update on the Wayfinding and Gateway plan from the city. So this plan has not been adopted yet, but we do have some historic signs we just wanted to show you. We're hoping to bring final staff recommendations before Mayor and Council this week. And so to start, hopefully get this approved and then implementation in the future. So if you kind of just look at the map quickly, this just kind of shows where we're going to try to hit as far as signage downtown. It's really just in the core. Of course, this plan is kind of starting downtown, and then hopefully we'll be able to kind of grow it and implement it elsewhere in the city. So the first slide just shows you pedestrian informational kiosks that could be downtown. So the consultant Sky Design kind of married kind of a modern look with the new brand of the city with still the stones at the bottom if you see there. So there is kind of a a combination of the modern and historic look. So this is what we think would, again, like an information kiosk, maybe in the parking deck, just to show kind of, what's down here. Gumbo's is here. If you want to go to Gabe, it's this way, that kind of thing. So that's what those look like. We go down. So these are vehicular directional signage. So kind of showing you again, this way to historic downtown, this way to Jesse Davis Park, this way to City Hall, kind of the same idea. This is more for vehicles. And then again, this would be a parking sign, kind of marrying again all of it is kind of marrying a modern look with the historic stone incorporated. So again, this is with the city's branded colors. So this would be just, again, a parking ID for downtown, just letting people know that, where to park, other than the parking deck, of course. And then the last kind of historic sign would be the street IDs. And so, of course, with the D, the logo, and then the street sign, and it's pretty simple, to be honest, but that's what our consultants kind of came up with, and staff kind of came up with for the historic signage for downtown. And so I know we did come to you a few months ago with some other things, but this is more of the historic look. So what would be, we hope would be downtown.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a change from what we had seen before. So at this point, it's just going to be right in downtown on the 2 or 3 blocks of downtown, Church Street and Front Street, right?
Yes, sir. These historic signs. There's other gateway signs that will be going other areas, but as far as historic signage, this is kind of it for right now.
Church Street.
Yeah, so the other big signage, the gateway signage, is that on hold, or is that going to be developed?
It's still being developed. It went before a subcommittee earlier today, and that's more so for entering from I-20 and that kind of thing. Not the big ones for like kind of smaller gateways as far as like downtown yet. And of course, that's all kind of on hold until mayor and council approve that and then move forward with that kind of thing. But these are all signs that would be specifically in the downtown.
My next question was will the money for this project be affected in any way with the COVID-19 situation? Or was this money already available prior to this situation?
This is Patrice. I'll speak to that, Brianna.
Okay.
Yes, this is money that's been set aside for these projects. With the interchange, we knew we wanted a gateway sign there. With the work that's taken place on the north side, we also knew that we wanted a gateway sign. So this project will continue on. The money's been set aside. Hopefully, this is your expertise, but hopefully the economy will turn around and we head back in the right direction. But we do have money allocated for these projects.
Well, that's good news for the project because, I recognize there's got to be budget cuts, but I was in hopes that this was already set aside so we didn't have to worry about having to scale it down and it kind of be halfway done. So hearing from you, we have assurance that the entire project is on schedule to be done and funds are available for the project to be done 100%. Is that what we're hearing?
We are headed as far as completing the project. I can say that we're going to complete the project. I'm not sure if we changed it into phases with the understanding that we will get the project completed with COVID currently taking place here in our country. But I would say the council has every intention on implementing this plan.
Very good. That's great news to hear. And we appreciate you bringing this information before us. Do any members of the commission have any comments that they would like to make?
No comment.
This is Pat Pat Smith. I just have one comment. I'm so glad that we will finally, eventually, have a cohesive gateway signage here instead of just a mishmash like we have now. So thank you all for working on this, and I think it's going to look great.
Phil Wren, I concur with that completely.
Okay, then we will move forward, and thank you very much for bringing this information to us. And I hope it is made public with giving a lot of positive feeling for the city and for the continued growth, as we all are concerned, you know, is it really going to happen, and are we going to be okay? And I, for one, am very comfortable that the economy will rebound based upon what's going on in the stock market at the moment and things that are opening back up, as long as we continue to be as careful as possible. I'm pulling down through this list of information at the moment, and I'm trying to get back to the agenda, Michelle. Oh, here we are, I'm sorry. I see number 3, our next meeting time will be July the 4th. At July the 14th at 6 p.m. Members of the commission, is there any other business you would like to discuss?
I have no.
This is Pat. I have no other business.
Phil Wren, I have no other business.
Elaine, no other business.
Michelle, I would like to ask the following question. So we have eliminated giving any plaques this year and postponed that till next year. Is that correct?
Patrice, would you like to address that?
I can. Thanks, Michelle. Mr. Conley, I would say we do have these plaques available, and everybody's been pretty busy trying to make sure we move forward throughout this COVID. But I would like to get with Michelle, along with you all, to maybe discuss maybe giving the awards out later this year, because you all did vote. And so we do have some worthy candidates out there that we would like to acknowledge. Maybe it will be in the fall. I'm not sure what that looks like, but maybe that's a conversation that you all can have at your July meeting, because I know we are still not meeting per se in person. Not all staff are. Council is, and we're not really putting on events or anything like that. So whatever we can do, maybe it's a small gathering, I'm not sure. But if you all want to have a conversation as to how you would like to recognize those individuals, we certainly can support that. And I'm sure Michelle will work closely with you all to put on something, whatever it is that you desire to do.
That's good. And we will then have that on the agenda for our meeting in July, that we bring it up and, you know, and see if we can possibly make any type of plans for September, October, or whatever this year, so that we don't just skip over it, because I would like for people to be recognized.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, thank you again. There being no other business, do I hear a motion that we adjourn?
This is Pat. I make a motion we adjourn.
Phil Wren, I second that motion. Sorry.
Those that are in favor of the motion, beginning with Pat.
Pat, yay.
Elaine, yay.
Phil, yay.
Dennis Conley, Chairman, yay. The motion passed 100%. The meeting is now adjourned. And I appreciate all the efforts of everybody putting this together virtually for us this evening. And I want y'all to see I did get a haircut, finally. All right, good night. Y'all have a great evening.
Night. Phil, when you go home, Phil, if you could, your office is still showing up on the computer.
I will go back.
Make sure you leave the meeting.
It's at work, but I'll go back and cut it off.
Thank you.
He's just a few minutes from here.
Yeah.
And again, thank all of you very much. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.
Good night. Connected here.